guys? Hey, how you doing?
Hello.
Yeah, it's Mike and I again. This is Talk at You, and that's what we're
Yeah.
gonna do. Yeah. Oh, there's Mike. The other Mike, that is Mike James, not Mike Stankovich. Yeah, that's Mike Stankovich. I'm Jeremy Harrison. This isn't what our show really is, but this is what we're doing in the meantime till all of this business blows over and we can actually do it.
Yeah, we're doing it. We started with the hard way, live, no editing. You get to see our technical skill, Jeremy's technical skills. Jeremy sets all this up, so give him a big round of applause for making this happen. Split streaming.
Oh, here we are. Yeah, we are. Yeah, we're live. Technically, we're so live. We're in the future. We are actually, the way it works, we are 30 seconds in the future. So everything we say, there's about 30 seconds till it hits your ear holes. So yeah, that's how live we are. We are so live, you don't even fucking see us. We're like in another dimension. We're extra dimensional now.
30.
Go ahead.
No, I said 30-second delay. When the jokes are bad, we just edit them out. And
Yeah, I got the.
it's not true.
I just gotta hit the suck compressor, and just take that out, duck it all out.
Turn down the suck.
Yeah, just turn down the suck. But yeah, no, that's what I've watched a lot of weird shit today, so I've just my head is just full of fucking just conspiracy theories and the paranormal and just I'm ready to go fucking full Joe Rogan on you guys. Really, not really, but I could hold myself for a couple rounds, I think, tonight. But yeah, I don't know. How are you today, Mike? I dropped some drinks off for you.
I'm doing well. Yeah, we did a little porch drink swap.
Yeah.
I left. Jeremy went to Party Source and got me some Campari.
Yeah.
And we each got some of God's elixir here.
Hell yeah. We got these guys.
Some Jaeger.
And we got
I gotta get the Van Gogh.
We'll get that in a minute. But yeah. Let's go ahead and start with this. Let's go ahead and loosen up the fucking gears.
What is that, Jaeger?
Yeah, this is the Jaeger. So all of you guys in here, cheers. We're gonna talk hard at you guys.
Yeah, you can only listen. You can kind of measly type back at us, but
yeah. You guys can type in the chat. There is a chat going on in this YouTube thing. So please talk to us. I see Phil. Phil's in here. Get Filled is his handle. He'll appreciate this. This is the anniversary of Peter Steele's death.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he died of aorta aneurysm. I read today. So
is that a heart attack?
I guess, yeah, pretty much. I guess it's the same sport. I guess it's the difference between Canadian football and American football, or maybe 8-ball and what is it, snooker or something like that.
Yeah, there's snooker, pool, snooker. I think you have to hit like certain corners before you get a ball in. I don't know. James Bond knows. I don't know.
Something like that. Who knows? I don't know. Yeah. So it's Peter Steele's birthday or death. His death day, the opposite of his unbirthday. And
do you guys does everyone here know who Peter Steele is?
Oh yeah. We should probably catch them up if they don't know. Yeah. If you're watching later on, or if you're watching right now and you don't know who Peter Steele is, he was a musician. He did hardcore, but it was really goth-ish.
crossover-y, metal-y stuff, Typo Negative.
Yeah, he was in a band called Typo Negative. Also, he posed for Playgirl.
He did. He is a giant. He's hung like a horse.
Quite frank. No, he was a giant man. He was 6'8". I read today. I'm talking about this because I'm drinking wine. I went to the liquor store to buy wine. I didn't know that he died today. And then I saw it later on. I was like, oh, I'm glad I bought some fucking wine because if you've ever seen him live, I saw him live a few times. I actually took my mom in like 1997 to go see him.
Nice.
To go see those guys with Life of Agony.
LOA.
Yeah, a little LOA. Saw that. And actually, every time I've seen him, he's been drinking a bottle of wine on stage, and he would do pick scrapes with a bottle of wine. It was cool. It was really cool. I'm really glad I got to see that shit. You know, there's things I had missed. I wish I would have saw before, like a musician passed on or something. I'm really glad I caught that. But yeah. Anyways, drinking wine.
He co-wrote wrote maybe all of the second Agnostic Front record.
Oh shit, he did?
Yeah, he did. I don't think he ever played in a band. I think he just wrote that record.
Oh,
but
that's fucking crazy. Well, I mean, he was in that scene, so that makes sense, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I once Billy from Biohazard crashed at my house one time because he was in another band. Well, weird set of circumstances, but we opened for this band that he was in, and they were really cool. They were great guys. They ripped. But I guess the Biohazard guys were really tight, and they shared roadies with the Typo guys. And actually, half the night, we stayed up and they were telling like Typo stories, and it was fucking fantastic.
Nice.
Really good. But yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. How's your day been? How has your week been? Because I mean, I haven't seen you. I've talked to you. I've barely talked to you through text message, but you know.
I think my week's probably the same as most of our weeks, but I'm sure some people are still working. But I've just been dealing with the bank stuff.
Yeah.
Trying to figure it out. You know, fixing things around my house. I fixed an old skeleton key lock thing today. What do you call it? What do they call it? You know what I mean? Like they go in the door. I don't remember what they're called, but I fixed an old door today.
You fixed an old door.
Yeah, that's not a euphemism.
No.
That's
yeah. No. Yeah. No. I kind of feel like everyone is in a weird philosophical way. I don't want to get 3 a.m. conversation on you guys, but I kind of feel like everyone, like prior to this, I kind of felt like I was getting a little overwhelmed. I was working a lot, and a lot of my jobs involve like doing a lot of shit, and it can get a little tiring because it's always like, you know, high energy shit. And I feel like, oh man, something had to go, and I think maybe everyone needed it. And here we are now. Our biggest part of the day is, what did we make for dinner? Or
yeah. What'd you make for dinner?
What did I make for dinner? Today I made garlic chicken.
Nice.
Fresh from the bag.
fresh from the chicken bag?
Yeah, fresh from the pre-made garlic chicken bag is where it came from.
Hey, whoever's listening, type in what you made for dinner today, and we'll see what we think is the best one. Yeah, actually,
yeah, please do that. I want to see what everyone ate today. And then I had a salad. There was a salad involved. I salad from the bag, except I did cut a tomato and I added some olives and shit like that. And by the way, this podcast does get better. In case you're just joining us, you're like, why are they just talking about food? we're actually gonna have things to talk about. We're just kind of warming up to it. Who said weed? Oh, it was Mike. Yeah, of course, Mike James.
No, but Mike, Mike James. It should say weed, comma dummies.
Oh, he meant to say gummies, but autocorrect is a motherfucker, or it's a mother ducker, I should say.
My old friend Casey's here.
Oh, nice. Hi, Casey.
Oh, she made spaghetti followed by a bowl of pretzels. Now wine.
Yeah. Hey, there you go, Casey. Cheers to you. I'm drinking the Lambrusco.
So as Jeremy said, yeah, we're just bantering now to wait for people to show up.
Yeah, let everyone that likes to be fashionably late show up. You know, everyone. A lot of you guys are musicians, or you've been to shows, and you probably have done it your fucking self. Like, oh, we'll get there, and then it's like halfway through the night you show up, and then by the time you start feeling a buzz, it's time to go home. You know, fashionably late.
Look at Phil with his foraged ramps.
Yeah, foraged ramps. What, do you find those? Does that mean you found them in your backyard?
Yeah, Parker Woods. They do grow in Parker Woods, so maybe that's true.
Foraged is a very loose term. That's the thing. Like it's like you could have went dumpster diving. You could have done a lot of questionable shit to forage those ramps. Yeah, I don't know. But no, long story short, I feel like there are some silver linings with this. For instance, I did go to the liquor store today, picked up some things, dropped some things off with Mike. We didn't even see each other. He left some shit on the porch for me. I left some shit on the porch for him. It was a nice transaction.
Nice. A virus-free transaction.
A virus-free transaction. Probably the most virus-free transaction I've had with anybody in a long time. But yeah, take that what you will.
Tell him I
hope my mom's not here.
Hey, viruses are universal.
Yeah.
Tell him your face mask liquor store story.
Oh yeah. I was just telling him this when we were getting started up here. I feel like in all this there are some fucking silver linings here. You know, it can't. It's not all bad. It's a lot of bad, and it's better to not than to have this. But you got to look for the little things. And for me, you know, I post a lot of shit about this on Facebook sometimes, and it's kind of fun to dress like a fucking ninja or a train robber in public, but it does have benefits, not just germ prevention, or maybe, yes, germ prevention. Because I was in the party stores today. I was in the liquor store. This is a giant liquor store for you guys that don't live here. It's like the size of a fucking Walmart. And an old guy fucking crop dusted me. Like, you know, old guys, they don't care. If you've ever been around an old guy in the store, or maybe you have a papaw like that, they just blow ass. They don't give a fuck, you know? Their dick doesn't work. They're not trying to get laid. They just don't give a fuck about anything. They will just shit their pants. It doesn't matter. And a dude just kind of strolled by, you know? Kind of, I just heard a little bump.
I think public farting goes away, like the shame goes away after 50.
Yeah, no, it's like you get your golden Buckeye card, which for you guys that don't live around here, that's like a card where you get discounts when you hit a certain age in Ohio. But yeah, it's like you just blow ass around, and the thing is, like, it could have smelt like fucking whatever, and it didn't faze me. The only thing I smelled was my fucking, like, my breath. That's the bad part of it, is you smell your own fucking breath.
You got to dab a little lavender on there, man.
That's a good idea, because I have a lot of essential oils that I'm using to fight this virus.
Dab some oils on there.
Oil it down. Oil down my one fucking surgeon's mask that I have. That I put a bandana over it because I try to keep it fashionable as well. Have you left the house in public? Have you been in public, Mike? Have you masked up?
I've masked up. I've gone to Longfellow to check on things because I've heard, make sure a pipe didn't burst or anything.
Yeah.
And that's it pretty much. I've been getting all my food delivered, which is a luxury that I have. But I should say that Findlay Market has a tight app. That's not true. So Findlay Market, you can order food, and then I have to go pick it up. So I've gone by there to pick it up. And then, what's it called? Ohio Valley Food Connection.
Yeah.
If you go on their website, they have been doing deliveries on Tuesday. So I've been trying to support the local farms through the Ohio Valley Food Connection. Go there on their website, sign in, and you can get deliveries from them. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's good stuff.
Is it faster than like Kroger? Because I got my Kroger delivery today, and the delivery person was nice, but it took me 5 days to get. I had to order this 5 days ahead of time to get my delivery. So, is the time frame about the same, or is it a little bit better? Or?
You have to pick for the Ohio Valley Food Connection. They only deliver inside 275 on Tuesdays.
Okay.
But
okay, so Tuesday is the grocery day. So
Tuesday is my grocery day.
Yeah, but like, how soon do you have to have the order in? Do you know, or is it just?
Oh, before Sunday night. So you could do it. You could do it today for next Tuesday.
Okay, cool. So you have like a 3-day window, really, right? Yeah.
I think, is your mom Blue-Eyed Northern?
Yeah, that is my mom. She's saying I need to shave my face. Yeah, I guess you're right. Mike's freshly shaven. He's got the COVID-19 mustache and the little.
Yeah, the hair.
You got the soul patch too.
The hair from right here just slid down to here.
See, I got the new headband here that I wear under the hat, and then just mask up with the one I was using.
All right.
Yeah. But
so looks like there's 11 people watching. Is that what yours says?
Yeah. We see 11 of you guys. We can't see exactly who's here. We just know there's 11. Hey, Adam Mitchell, I see you in there. He's been sending me videos of him playing bass to power ballads all day.
Nice.
Yeah. So
we should show some of that one day.
Yeah. And then Club Black Arm, at least Lori Gerhardt's here. Hey. And my mom. Hey, Mom. So, hi, guys.
Should we jump?
Yeah.
Should we jump into a video? What do you want to show? A video?
Yeah. Let's go ahead and do some videos. We got a couple of videos. I mean, obviously, we're not going to do this on our actual podcast when we do that. But this is kind of fun to do. Mike can't hear this shit. Keep in mind, because I haven't figured out this part yet. But I did show him these in advance, so he does know how these go. What do you want to start with? Do you want to...
The Wendy's one's pretty good.
Okay, let's start with that one. Yeah, I do dig that one.
I forget what the other one's called. What's the weird one called?
We got my sister.
My sister. Maybe start with my sister.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Let's go ahead and fucking just ruin everyone's life right off the fucking jump. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. I found this shit online. I have no explanation. The only thing it said, this video file only said my sister. I don't even know how I found it because I was like 8 fathoms deep in a fucking YouTube hole. So I don't think I could ever find it again. But I have saved it, so if you need it, just hit me up. This is called My Sister, guys. It's pure fucking nightmare fuel. Dig it. It actually looks like someone I used to work with. That's the scary part. Jesus.
Does anybody know what that is?
Yeah. You can talk, Mike. They'll hear you.
I know. Is it a mask? What is it?
I think it's a. This is the worst one. It's like pretending to be pregnant, and I was assuming it's
creeping.
Yeah, creeping with his sister's fucking face, or maybe it's a blow-up doll's face. And look, there's the reveal.
It's like Zelda in Pet Sematary.
Oh, dude, that's the scariest fucking part of that movie.
I know, that shit scared me when I was little so bad. Oh, man.
Oh, it only gets fucking worse, too. The next part? Oh, fuck. Did you get to that part, Mike?
Yeah, what is he eating? Is it a potato? What is it?
Yeah, I think that's a potato. Which I immediately thought about that one time we went out. This part. Oh, this is fucking. It's out there.
Lemon meringue pie into banana. Oh man.
Oh fuck, dude.
Casey. Oh. How many views did this have?
I don't remember. I was just too like, here we go. No, you don't get to see it. I'm imagining that was somebody's. It's like you remember that Robbie Williams video where he's just like ripping his fucking skin off? Do you remember that one? I imagine that's the next phase of that. I don't know, but that shit was just I don't know. It's something like, I think I kind of feel like what we have going for us in this day and age with the internet, maybe it's a double-edged sword. Maybe it's like say
you can do anything you.
Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah, you can do anything you want, which probably keeps some people like that from being fucking serial killers. But then again, it might...
Their only outlet.
Yeah, exactly. It's their only outlet is to make videos like that. But then, did you see that fucking fucked up documentary, Don't Fuck With Cats? Did you watch that?
I didn't watch it yet. I was too scared.
Watch it. It has some rough moments. It really does. And trust me, I've watched a lot of Forensic Files. I watched, like, on Netflix, they don't even have seasons on there. They have collections, and there's, like, 6 collections, and they're all, like, 60 episodes long. I've seen every fucking one of them. So I'm pretty emboldened to some of this shit, because those early ones are rough. They show actual dead bodies and stuff. Do
you remember the... Oh no! Go for it.
I was saying, like, this had some rough moments. So yeah, watch it. But I feel like, and there's some internet ties to that, obviously. But it's either you. I think maybe this stuff keeps you from killing people, and it just makes the people that are on the fence. Some people on the fence tip the other way too. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it helps other people. It helps other people kill people for sure.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say I loved. Did you watch the HBO thing Autopsy?
No. What is that? I don't even know what that is.
So Autopsy it's on a Go or Now or whatever it is if you have it. But Autopsy was the HBO documentary that was like Forensic Files basically, but they revolve around one celebrity forensic pathologist named Dr. James Bodden, and he was like the forensic pathologist on like the OJ trial. Like he's done some huge, high-profile stuff.
Okay.
But there's a whole HBO series. There's like 10 or 12 of them on him, just talking about how they've forensically solved crimes with just like a piece of a body. It's all awesome if you've never seen it.
Okay, yeah.
But I watched it in high school. I watched it when I was like 16, and it scared the shit out of me. There was like real crime scene photos, and it was good. If you've never seen it, Autopsy, HBO, it's great.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, I'm already into that shit, so yeah, that's in my fucking wheelhouse.
You got to check it out.
Yeah. Wait. Someone just threw out some fire. Mike James called that video Aphex Sister.
I know. So good. What is that? There was that period on MTV where they would only show certain videos like after midnight. Do you remember that?
Yeah. Actually, they did that for a while. There was some videos like that Cher video where like she's riding the battleship turret in the lingerie with her son playing guitar in the forefront.
Yeah, I was gonna say her son, her most sexualized thing that ever happened, and her son was involved.
Yeah, her son was in the fucking video playing guitar. But yeah,
she's surrounded by semen.
Yeah, surrounded by semen, and her son playing guitar while she's straddling a fucking giant cannon. But apparently, that video at some point they kept it on like a only certain times a night kind of thing, and I think they did that with Like a Prayer too, some Madonna video. Probably a few of them, to be honest with you.
That Aphex Twins video, they would only show after midnight. They're like the "I Want Your Soul" one with the fucking crazy.
Yeah, "Come to Daddy." Yeah.
Yeah, "Come to Daddy." Yeah.
There was that.
They would only show that after midnight. Oh, that video is awesome.
Yeah. You want to get to another video?
Yeah. Let's do the Wendy's video.
All right, cool. Yeah. Here, let me find this. All right. So, this is a Wendy's training video. This is the shortest one. All the Wendy's training videos are fantastic, and I probably would have spent longer at any of the shit jobs I worked if they had training videos like this. It sounds just like Smooth Criminal.
It's just so good. It's such a good song. And that backlit fire dancing.
Oh, dude.
Sanka.
Yeah.
Careful when you pour it. Hold it steady upon the counter, let it set. Pour it in until the coffee.
This must have happened after the McDonald's lawsuit thing for the hot coffee. Right?
Oh yeah, certainly.
Wendy's coffee tastes so fine.
Upside down.
Really get you going. Warms you up when you feel you're slowing.
Good.
How much money do you think this dude got paid?
I know. It's so good. That's Millie or Vanilli after they got booted off the.
Makes it easier to see, but if you're using the packets in your store,
It's
like someone from Another Bad Creations older brother that was a little too old to make the cut.
Yeah, one of the Jacksons.
It's like the Jackson cousin.
Yeah. It's Tito's son.
Yeah.
Teabag on the top. If they want lemon, it's very nice. Don't think twice. Give the guests a juicy slice. Hot drinks really get you going.
It's pretty good.
Warms you up when you feel you're slowing. Wendy's, we always serve it right away. And a smile and have a nice day. Grab a small cup when you're making hot cocoa. Pour the packet and then you add your H2O. Use a Seasoning spoon and stir it till it's all mixed up. Toss the spoon
Here you
out
go.
and put the lid on the cup. Things are really looking up. Hot drinks really get you going. Warms you up when you feel you're slowing. Wendy's, we always serve it right away. And a smile and have a nice day.
What do you call that kind of tie that they wear at Wendy's?
Oh, I was that an ascot or something?
I don't know. Yeah, it's
I
like
don't know. A neckerchief? I don't know. Yeah. Wendy's was I think I loved Wendy's. I still kind of do as far as fast food goes. I do love some trash. I love to dump trash in my body. But Wendy's would. I think Wendy's fell off when you could microwave their wrappers. I think that's the fucking problem with Wendy's.
Well, Wendy's was like the first place you could get like a salad, I remember, and they always had my grandparents would always get the baked potato.
Oh,
for them.
yeah.
You could get a baked potato. Fast food baked potato.
Oh yeah.
Never good.
Dave Thomas, actually, the creator of Wendy's, is from Columbus, Ohio. He spoke to my high school. I skipped school that day. I regret that, but
Come on, man.
I didn't fucking know. They just dropped it. They're like, oh hey, Dave Thomas is here. He wants to talk to you guys about how you can do whatever you want, even though he dropped out of high school. He happened to drop that little tidbit of knowledge, which I don't think they were too keen on. But yeah.
And who? I always mix Wendy up with Pippi Longstocking.
They're kind of the same, right? They look very similar.
Yeah, redhead, pigtails, ponytails. What do you call them? Pigtails.
Yeah, pigtails. Yes, pigtails. Yeah.
Zach said Wendy's has a banging breakfast. What do they have?
They just came out with that breakfast. I'm not a breakfast guy personally, but I've heard it's pretty good. I don't know, Zach. Tell us about this Wendy's breakfast.
He said was the best, so maybe it's like come and gone.
Oh, they said I saw some ads about it coming out again, or at least.
Has anyone had Taco Bell's breakfast? I have not.
Do they actually do a breakfast? Oddly enough, I know they open up at 10 a.m. So
I think some of them do,
but yeah. Oh, yeah. Gerhardt. Hey, what's up, Gerhardt? Club Black Arm. He says great potato bar.
Yeah, my grandparents love the baked potato, dude.
Oh, Zach says they used to have gravy back in the 90s. That's some shit right there. And again, the 90s. That's when they had the wrappers that you couldn't microwave. That's like shit would blow up if you microwave. Seriously, because I accidentally did it. Like
I was about to say, who is microwaving fast food? Why are you microwaving fast food?
A very disturbed 15-year-old. Yes.
If you're not finished eating it by the time you leave the drive-through line, something's wrong.
Well, I legit lived in like walking distance to a Wendy's. In Columbus, Ohio, in like 1993, but yeah. Also, same wrappers you could make a bomb with. I'm fucking serious. You could make a bomb with them. You could pinch off little pieces of the wrapper because it was essentially tinfoil, and that's the key ingredient. And then you mix that with hydrochloric acid, and I'm not going to tell you how to do the rest of it because we're not trying to get shut down, but bad things can happen.
Jeremy, your mom's pissed.
What you do now? Mom fucking ground me? What, you going to drive all the way up from fucking New Orleans? Risk getting sequestered or whatever?
And in Jeremy's defense, he said that he regretted skipping school because Dave Thomas spoke, which is a lesson to you kids. If you skip school,
you miss out cool shit. Like talking to Dave Thomas. I could have talked to a fast food fucking legend, and I was too busy being a shithead kid. That's the fucking problem.
It's true. Living life.
Yeah, live.
Yeah.
Live.
And now you can't even skip school.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a thing.
we are living in the middle of an Alice Cooper song, a specific Alice Cooper song. But we are living in the middle of an Alice Cooper song.
School's out forever.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the darkest thing we'll say.
Yeah. Yeah. We're gonna keep it PG-13 for the kids here. You want to move on to the next video?
Yeah. What do you got?
We got those dolls, and we were gonna talk about that for a minute.
Oh God, yeah. So we're gonna go after this. We're gonna discuss haunted dolls.
Yeah. Well, and that's essentially what we're getting at. So I don't know how I ended up in this, but we're gonna get to it, guys. Here, this is a news report on haunted dolls here in San Antonio, Texas.
Just where you think haunted dolls would be from, San Antonio.
Over the past couple of years, a haunting in South Texas has been inside some of the most haunted places.
And this year's no different. Erica Hernandez, Adrian Garcia start this season inside a private home here in San Antonio.
Not only is the home believed to have been built on old Native American land, but the owner has a creepy collection of haunted items, including haunted dolls.
And just to be clear, we're not telling you where the home is because it's not open to the public, but take a look.
Inside the home of one San Antonio woman who goes by Roxy, you will find an entire room filled with objects from around the world, including dolls she says have spirits attached to them.
When it comes to the paranormal, most people are afraid and don't understand the paranormal.
For years, Roxy has been collecting the items in her home, creating her own type of museum.
Things that have been important to me and I feel are important to everybody who's in the paranormal industry.
Her favorite items are two dolls from an asylum in the United Kingdom.
It was a calling to me to bring them here, and they actually work as protectors more than anything else.
She says they communicate. In one recording, it appears one doll calls out to her friend Diana. The night we visited inside, we didn't get much, but one member of San Antonio Paranormal Investigators did capture this image of what appears to be
that sarcophagus behind her.
We've investigated inside the house, but it's not just the inside that has activity, it's also the outside.
And then they used the Ghost Hunter vision on her.
The night vision.
The night vision for no reason.
The spirit box used by San Antonio Paranormal Investigators caught voices of a woman.
Hi.
I'm here.
Who's with us?
Edith was the name of Roxy's neighbor who was murdered in her home back in 2003.
Is that you?
Oh, that was a female voice.
Roxy says she and her family experienced the paranormal in this home, but she isn't moving and will continue to investigate it to prove to others that the paranormal does exist.
Everyone has their own reason for believing.
Why do they all look the
something.
same?
Erica Hernandez, KSAT 12 News.
I think.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say. I think she made them. You think?
Yeah, well, definitely. Here's the thing. I don't. Well, number one, I don't know how I got into that. I was up late last night trying to find something to talk about today, and it was like, fuck. All right, how about fucking... I don't know how I found haunted dolls, but I found it, and then I just started... I found that video, and I just fell into a fucking hole, and I started thinking, I started seeing things. Well, number one, I wasn't scared, but I wasn't not scared. I would have been scared after watching all these videos if there were some dolls in the house. But there are no dolls in my house, so I'm good. But apparently there's a whole fucking network of people. There's a whole trade of haunted dolls. People buy these things on eBay. They do it. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say they're collected Ouija boards and.
Yeah.
Of course. But how do you prove the provenance of a haunted doll? That's what I want.
Well, and that's the thing. I guess you can't really, and with eBay specifically, there's a whole trade on eBay, and really, I guess your claim is your ratings. Like, oh yeah, I got a doll from this person. Lots of activity, you know.
Yeah, I could tell right away.
Could tell right away. Shit started flying around the fucking room and stuff like that, you know. It's just really weird, and I got really deep into looking up all this. The average price about $50 for a haunted doll, but if you want a really haunted doll, they can get up to about $150. Sometimes they can get really high. Zach mentioned the Vent Haven Museum. Is that the Ventriloquist Museum?
Yeah, dude, I've been there. It's crazy.
Yeah, I've seen pictures of it, and I believe for those of you that are listening that don't know about this, there's a straight up ventriloquist museum in this area. It's in a residential neighborhood, I believe, right?
Yeah, you just pull up to like a house, and then I think my loose knowledge, I went there one time, and the guy who collected them all died, and in his will he like left it to, you know, don't sell my dolls, I want to make it a museum, and then they make it a museum. You can only visit it certain times of the year because I think the humidity or something has to do with it.
Oh, okay.
But
okay.
Anyway, it's definitely worth going if you can go.
Yeah, is it like what, like a 15-minute tour or something like that?
Yeah, it's probably like a half an hour, and then they basically like there's a few rooms that are filled with like ventriloquist dummies, and the thing I remember was she was like, this ventriloquist dummy is crazy rare. If you ever see one at like a yard sale, you got to snatch it up, and like there's just these collectible freaking dolls that people love, but there's no way they don't come to life at night and talk to each other. They definitely do.
They definitely gonna start moving around and shit. Yeah. Zach says it's like a log cabin in a neighborhood. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, it's weird. Like I've seen pictures of it. I've seen all the dolls lined up, and it's definitely fucking nightmare fuel. And also another thing I've checked out about the haunted doll trade. There's also challenges too. The same way you do, like, maybe really stupid people might do the Tide Pod challenge, or I guess it's like it's like, you know, maybe like the easy mode of that. It's spend 24 hours in a room with a haunted doll challenge. I'm a big fucking nope on that, you know, like, and I can be somewhat skeptical. I have an open mind. You know, I can't say I've ever necessarily seen a ghost, but I had one experience where I thought maybe that could have happened. And I definitely, from that experience, and we'll get into that one other time later because I want to keep this part brief, but I kind of think I can understand the way maybe a psychic intuition would work, because that's the way I experienced it. But yeah, whatever.
Shayla gives me shit because like we'll go somewhere and I'll be like, oh man, this room
doesn't feel good.
Doesn't feel good.
Yeah.
But it's not scary. It just doesn't feel good to me. I hate it.
No,
like
I get that. You know?
Usually it's like, you know, I think old school learned behavior where it's like a basement that scares you. But in the house I live in now, the third floor, I don't like it. I can't. And Shay's like, you're full of shit. I'm like, I'm not full of shit. Something's weird in the third floor, man. I don't like it. So I will only go up there if I have to. I hate it.
Yeah, for you guys don't, like, I've been to Mike's house. It's a giant house. It looks like a haunted house. Actually, the house next to it is like an exact replica, and that one is like the haunted version of his house. Well, at least it looks that way because it's like unoccupied. But
they're working on it now, though. Some the people that own Building Value got a hold of it, and they're working on it. And he was like, the guy who bought it, I'm friendly with, and he was like, you can come in here and look at it. And they're literally twin houses, so I want to go in there and see what our house used to look like, because no one's lived there forever, so it's untouched, I think. Yeah. Anyway, both are scary.
Yeah, you probably there's probably like some hidden fucking passageways, like It's like fucking. It's like what's that movie? The People Under the Stairs. It's like that.
Oh yeah.
There's like kids living in the walls and shit.
Is that Wes Craven? Who did People Under the Stairs?
I think that's Wes Craven. I think you're right.
Yeah, I think it's Wes Craven. Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely think you're right on that. Yeah, but like they had the Gimp in there and Ving Rhames is in there, like so it was like a whole weird tie-in to like Pulp Fiction, and all that. But yeah, yeah. But long story short, yeah, they're people actually spend the night with fucking haunted dolls. People buy dolls on the internet. And like the thing is, looking at these dolls too. I don't know if you've looked at any of these haunted dolls on the internet. Tell us in the chat if you're here. I want to hear about it. But the haunted ones, the really fucking scary ones, don't look that scary. I'm gonna show you a couple slides here, guys. You ready for the fucking slideshow?
Let's see them. I want to see them.
No, yeah. For instance, like, okay, so here's Annabelle, right? We've all seen The Conjuring, at least most of us, or you've seen Annabelle itself, the spin-off movie, or The Conjuring. Well, The Conjuring 2, or Annabelle Comes Home. I haven't seen that yet, but I know it's on HBO. But yes, all right, scary enough, right? This is what the actual Annabelle looks like here.
That's Raggedy Ann.
It's a fucking Raggedy Ann doll. Fucking Annabelle, the arguably the most haunted, possessed, evil fucking doll in this continent.
Wait, is Raggedy Ann short for Raggedy Annabelle? I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe that's what they did. But up in the upper left, that's Lorraine Warren, who The Conjuring. That's actually the female lead who that's based off of. That's her holding the doll right there. That's Lorraine Warren, Ed and Lorraine Warren from those movies, the real people. But yeah, this is the fucking doll. Like,
no way.
Yeah, no, that's it. Why the devil from the tarot card deck, from the Rider-Waite tarot card deck, is plastered right there, I don't know. But yeah,
I think it's to keep her locked in that thing she's in,
or maybe to scare kids. I don't know, because you never know. Like some shitty childhood friend, you know the one where you hide all your good toys, comes over and then sneaks into your parents' basement of possessed fucking items, and decides, I'm gonna play.
I'm gonna take out Raggedy Annabelle and set her loose on the world.
Yeah. No. Let's play with that fucking doll. No, Mom says don't play with that fucking doll, dude. No, it doesn't matter. Like, yeah, maybe that's why that. I'm just assuming that's why that's there. Who knows? I don't know, but
no.
Yeah.
Don't like it.
Yeah, no. Actually, to me, that's more fucking frightening. The fact that it's just a Raggedy Ann doll. And then there's this one here. Have you guys heard of Robert the Doll?
No.
Okay. All right. So Robert the Doll is in a museum in I believe it's St. Augustine, Florida, and this is arguably the other most haunted doll in the world. And this one supposedly, like, there was this dude that he was an artist. He would I don't know. He lived in some nice house in St. Augustine, whatever. And as a kid, this was his doll, and he would get in trouble a lot. Apparently he was kind of a bad kid, but
no, it was the doll, dude.
Well, and that's what I'm getting at. He blamed it on the fucking doll. He was like, oh, no, it wasn't me. It was Robert. Robert did this, or Robert told me to fucking do this, whatever. And
he grew up to be Bob Dole.
Yeah.
I don't know. Who's this an evil Bob?
I thought he was from California, but
no.
But anyway,
he's one of the Bushes.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, fucking. So this doll apparently was eventually donated by the lady that bought the house after this dude died.
Oh man, imagine buying a house and you're like going through it and you're like, man, I got this house for a steal. And then you find Bob the doll.
Yeah, Bob the fucking shitty fucking evil fucking doll. Yeah, all of a sudden everything goes bad. No, and she just gave it to this museum. You're like, hey, this doll's fucking my life up. And then she died like 2 months later. But and it was reported that this doll fucking like would get out and walk around the museum. People would hear it and would see it and shit.
No.
And so eventually they put it in a glass case, and this is what the motherfucker looks like. Like,
no.
I don't have any close-ups, but his face is all eaten up and shit. This shit is way more frightening than any of those fucking evil dolls they threw on TV, in my opinion.
I'm not an expert, but why couldn't I just like burn it in my backyard?
Yeah, well, I mean, that's sound advice, you know? I mean, if, like what was the movie, Poltergeist? After they went through all that bullshit, the first thing they do when they go to the hotel is they throw the fucking TV outside. Wouldn't you? Yeah, wouldn't you like no?
Just like Motley Crue.
Yeah.
The TV out the window.
It's like, oh, you gotta pay for this TV. No.
Speaking of which, Poltergeist 2 is amazing, and we're gonna soon have sequels that are better than the originals episode.
Oh yeah, definitely. We're gonna talk about that. That is a good argument. That one, and wait, was it 3 or 2 where the girl dies? Was that 3?
It's 3 when they're in the apartment building. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's 3. I think that was a curse. We should talk about curse movies too. That's another thing.
Oh.
Yeah. Curse movies and sequels. We can make it a whole fucking episode or something. But yeah, that's Robert the Doll. That's as much as we're not trying to dive too deep into anything on these live podcasts, because if you don't like it, then you fuck off, and then we feel like we fucked up, and we can see it instead of when we do the audio things.
And we can't edit. It's just all live. We keep fluctuating between like 9 and 13 viewers.
Yeah.
And I get you log on and you see this perfect child molesting mustache, and then you log right off. But we're gonna talk about cocktails soon, right?
Yeah, you wanna get to the cocktails first, or you? I'm down with that.
Whatever you want.
No, I don't care.
We're at an hour right now.
Yeah,
we're at an hour of talking at you.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah. We're trying to keep the show a little shorter, because we were going like 2 hours and some change before, and that probably wears you out. You know, I don't know that I could. I mean, we sit here and we talk at each other. This is actually what we do every Friday night. We just sit here and talk at each other, and we probably bum everyone else out around us. But we think we're fucking brilliant, and at least we haven't.
I don't know about brilliant, but we think we're funny.
Yeah, there's at least 13 people right now that haven't agreed with, that haven't completely disagreed with that statement. Put it that way.
Thank you, Casey. Casey said it's better than most TV.
Good.
TV hasn't been good since Roseanne went off the air, like originally.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, that's not even true, because the last we talked about Roseanne last time, so let's not do that. But
yeah, we don't want to repeat it. Did you ever check out the Wonderful Whites of West Virginia?
No.
Or the other one? The other one's better. Dancing Outlaw. Yeah, check it out. You know what? I'll send you a link. Excuse me. Yeah, I'll send you a link. It's definitely worth it. If you guys have seen it, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah.
So we're gonna talk about the Seelbach cocktail.
Yes. What is arguably the best grift in modern cocktails, right?
It's true. It has to be.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. No. Yeah, tell us about this instead of. Oh, by the way, Mike's not smoking weed, Mom, and everyone else watching. Yeah. Not that you care, because My brother.
This is
my brother legit smokes weed in front of her. It just she's just given up on us. We're a lost cause.
This is an unironic tobacco pipe because I like tobacco pipes. I always have.
Yeah. He likes
Don't judge me.
Yeah, he likes to go antiquing and things like that. He's a man of taste.
I do everything a pipe smoking mustache guy would have except read books. I don't read books. I like reading, but I don't do it.
Yeah.
Anyway, that was a bad joke. But all right, so here's my loose knowledge. Jeremy delved into this a little further than I do. But the Seelbach cocktail, when the whole cocktail resurgence was coming around in like 2007, someone asked this guy at the Seelbach Hotel in Louisville, Kentucky.
Famous hotel, but yeah.
Famous hotel. They invented the hot brown, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, exactly. I totally forgot about that.
The hot brown sandwich. Same hotel. If you don't know what a hot brown is, it's basically like bread with stuff baked in it, and it's delicious. But this guy, the bar manager at the time, made up a loose story that he found a recipe in the basement of this old hotel that was this drink. And then Jeremy can take it from here.
Okay. It's this fucking drink right here. Well, not Robert the Doll, but this one.
Although Robert the Doll should be a cocktail.
Yeah.
Stirred up.
Yeah. This is the Seelbach cocktail, guys. Supposedly here, and I'll show you. It was reported. This is the second book. I mentioned this book last week. Vintage Spirits and Forgotten Cocktails by was it Ted Dr. Yeah, Ted Dr. Cocktail High. Yeah, Ted High. You got it. I always forget the name of this book. Mike always fucking has it. This is the second book it's in. But it's supposed to be a lost cocktail, correct? Am I right? Yeah, lost cocktail.
Purportedly he found the recipe in the basement of this old hotel, so it was forgotten for years until he discovered it.
Yeah, he discovered it, and then it first ended up in Gaz Regan. He was a big cocktail guy that passed away just like I think like this year or last year.
Stirred Negronis with his finger.
Yeah, stirred Negronis with his finger. That was his thing. He had his own bar spoon that you could buy on Cocktail Kingdom. Where
it was like a silver finger.
It was just a finger. But so I guess he bought into it. Later on, after it came out, he kind of said, I knew all along, but it came out in what was it? It was supposedly found in 1995 by this dude named Adam Seeger. Okay, he said he found it like Mike said in the basement, and it came out. I think it was about 5 years ago. He said that was a lie. I made it up. It was a total.
Yeah, he was like, I totally bullshitted the world. It got published in a book. And I lied about it. And I don't know why did he come out? See, what I don't know is why would he come out and say he lied? Because no one could ever say that he didn't lie.
Yeah. Exactly.
It had to just be his guilt catching up with him.
Well, it was either, I think it's either A, it was guilt, or B, it was, okay, I've kind of settled into my thing. Because he never really, he was like kind of running the bar at the Seelbach Hotel, which here, let's go ahead and show you. I've been to this hotel. I've been on these stairs. Exactly. This is the Seelbach Hotel, modeled after, there's a hotel in the Great Gatsby that is based off of this hotel, and the names are very similar. I just forget what it is. Yada, yada, yada. Beautiful Art Deco hotel.
Except they fucked up because the lobby and everything looks awesome, but they remodeled the bar at some point, and it looks like a bad
Yeah.
Like it'd be in a a bad '90s bar, like in a Tom Hanks movie. Like I'm a pilot.
Oh yeah.
I'm in this bar.
Oh yeah. It's like that. I went in there and every bartender was weirdly Russian for whatever reason. Not that that's a bad thing, or it's not a good thing, not a bad thing. It was just an observation. I just found it. It just struck me as weird.
It just would be the coolest bar if they never remodeled it. People don't learn that. Like.
Yeah. Exactly. Like keep the charm, right?
Yeah.
Keep the charm of the building.
Just clean better. Just like get better at cleaning. Now we're all learning how to clean. Finally, people know how to wash their hands.
Yeah.
Like just
silver linings, right? Silver linings.
Yeah, right. Just clean the bar better, and you'll have a cool bar. Now it just looks. It's got like Home Depot lighting.
Yeah.
And you're like, dude, no.
We're all gonna have those fucking black lights, those forensic files black lights. We're just over everything. Like, like. Fucking all right. Well, there's a rag, semen stain, and fucking scorpion. Oh no, there's a handprint. We gotta get that one. You know, it's a whole bit of shit, I think. But anyways, I think we're getting off track here. But yeah, this drink, I feel like he eventually just kind of ran because he moved from job to job. This Adam Seeger guy, right? He kind of bounced around, and again, he supposedly discovered this in 1995. About 5 years before cocktails really took off again. When Mad Men started, that's when it really blew up. Correct me if I'm wrong on that.
No, Mad Men led to. I heard some stupid statistic that, like maybe 2 years ago, brown liquor, i.e., whiskey, overtook clear liquor for the first time in forever. Decades. And it was because Mad Men, because like Don Draper just drinks, old fashions or whatever he drinks. Yeah. I never watched the show, but.
Oh yeah. I've never seen a single episode myself, but yeah, I kind of feel like because he bounced around, did a lot of shit. He did some high profile shit, but I think he just kind of like some of those guys, those rock star bartenders, they just keep hungering for more fame. And the thing is like, in the end, we're all still bartenders. We're not fucking musicians or actors. You're never going to hit that level. You know what I'm
saying? Jeremy, most bartenders are failed musicians and failed actors. Don't.
Okay. Maybe you're tapping into all of our psyche. You are correct. But... Okay, and so maybe that's where it is. Maybe he just never gave up that sort of addiction because he caught a little clout while he was bartending,
The spotlight. The spotlight's hard to run away from.
Exactly. I think that maybe that's what he's doing. He was like kind of running with it. He just got addicted to that because, this dude grifted an entire country because this fucking cocktail here took off. And to answer your question, Mike James, yes. It's a great cocktail. I'm not going to make it right now.
Published in many books, the New York Times, dude. Like hyper published, right?
Dude, no. Yeah, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Arguably, the guy would be more famous if he was just like, I made up this drink. Instead, he was like, I found it in the cellar. And then everyone found out he was a liar.
Yeah.
And you're like.
And here's the thing. Here's the thing. They weren't even that mad at him. Like he didn't get voted off the fucking island for lying. They're like, oh, that was a good fucking grift. That was a great fucking idea. It like, if anything, he just got pats on the back for it, But yeah, how about
what did he not get patted on the back for? Then?
Well, let's talk about the cocktail first. I want to talk about some good things before we get to that.
All right. Before we completely defame this guy, we'll talk about the drink.
Let's go ahead and pull up this other backdrop because I think it's gonna make more sense. Well, I'll get it ready, but yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. So the recipe, what do we got? We got in a mixing glass. We got. I think the recipe is 7 dashes.
7 of each, yes. So 14
of
dashes
Angostura bitters. Yeah, 14 dashes total. 7 of Ango and 7 of Peychaud's bitters, which is famous for being, both are famous, obviously, but Peychaud's from Louisiana, famous for being in the Sazerac.
Yeah.
But then you got what? Bourbon.
Yeah, you have about an ounce of bourbon, half ounce of Cointreau.
Yeah.
Which is like an orange curacao.
Cointreau is an orange curacao, cognac based orange liqueur.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you stir that up?
Yeah. You stir that up.
Strain it.
Yeah, you strain it out, and then into a flute. Typically served in a flute. I'll show you a picture of that. Actually, I mean you've already seen the picture, but we're gonna see it again. But yeah, you pour it into a flute. This is a champagne flute, if you didn't know. And then you top it with sparkling wine, prosecco, or champagne, some sort of bubbly. And then you do what we call a lemon. A
twirly whirly.
Yeah, twirly whirly. That is the technical term. Yeah, one twirly whirly of lemon. You express the oils, and some people rub that shit on the stem too. Yeah, that's a good trick because your sense of smell does change the way you perceive something when you drink it or eat it. So if you rub the oils on the stem of the glass, which is where you're supposed to hold a champagne flute.
But in today's world, we're gonna have to rub the lemon on the inside of your face mask.
Yeah.
and then stick the straw through it. I am gonna invent. Mark my words. I'm gonna invent the first straw portal face mask.
Oh, dude! Actually, all right. We're already sitting on a gold mine. Okay, there's two. Yeah. No. Please tell me more about that.
Astronaut technology.
Have it like vacuum locked and shit. Like it just kind of like vacuums around the straw. Like you just like.
Yeah.
It's like
it can come in, but nothing can go out.
Or maybe there's a little button on the side, like kind of like the inverse of Reebok pumps. You remember those?
Yeah, of course.
Shoes were it was kind of like that. You just hit a little button on your cheek and it just like decompresses all the air out. I don't know.
Yeah, like a vacuum pack, right? Like every cocktail just comes in a sealed bag now, and you have to like suck it out.
Oh, we're gonna spend 2 years of eating astronaut food. That's the thing.
Except all we know is freeze-dried Neapolitan ice cream. That's astronaut food they give you.
Yeah, 2 in the pink, 1 in the stink. Yeah. People get tattoos of that. Have you seen that? They get tattoos
of astronaut food.
No, Neapolitan ice cream. Where like there'll be like a carton of Neapolitan ice cream open, and then there's a hand with 2 in the strawberry and a pinky in the chocolate.
What's the Homer Simpson joke? He's like, Marge, we need more of this ice cream. The chocolate's all gone.
It's very accurate. It's very accurate.
It's so good. Yeah.
Unless you had a little brother, then the strawberry would be gone too, and the vanilla is just left alone. But yeah. So, anyways,
all right, Seelbach cocktail.
This guy, Adam Seeger, did very well for himself. Like he grifted the country. At the right place at the right time. He got everybody. Like everyone believes, and to this day, there is still a ton of people that believe that this is legit a classic old cocktail that comes from the famous Seelbach Hotel, which was an inspiration of The Great Gatsby. It's a fucking lie. And the thing is...
Yeah, it's fake news. It's Russian interference.
Yeah, exactly. Fake news, Russian interference. He straight up got nothing, like caught no flack out of it. If anything, he got a pat on the back. He got more fucking jobs. And until apparently he got a habit of, and again, this ties back to maybe he was a failed musician or a failed actor like the rest of us. But maybe he just never gave up some of those behaviors. Because apparently at Tales of the Cocktail, which is this giant gathering, this convention for cocktail and bar nerds,
Wait, The Gathering?
Yeah, it's like the gathering for cocktail nerds.
For cocktail nerds.
Apparently, he got caught fellatiating a passed out person at a party he was hosting for this event, poolside. Some dude reports that he passed out in a pool chair and woke up to this dude sucking his dick. And then it later came out that apparently this was kind of his move. He would get people drunk at these parties he would throw.
He'd get them drunk. He'd get them drunk with fake cocktails.
Yeah. Yeah. And then he would take them to the pool.
And he'd creep on them. That's not good.
Yeah. Apparently he was grabbing dicks in the pool prior to this. So.
Like we've all peed in the pool, right? But we've never grabbed a dick in the pool. I never have.
Let's be clear. I find you suspect if you didn't pee in the pool. Because then I just feel you just lie. Because we've all peed in the pool. That shit feels good.
Especially when you're 6 years old. Why are you not peeing in the pool? You're a fucking liar. You're a liar.
You are pissing all in that motherfucker.
You are a liar.
You were lying your ass off. Because trust me, first thing I did when someone said, "Hey, they put this chemical in the pool where if you pee in it, it all turns like purple or something." Like, first thing I did is like, I want to see purple.
Yeah, and that's why you don't trust adults, because they tell you shit like, "Yeah, if you pee in the pool, there's a chemical that's gonna turn." And you're like, "No, dude, I'm just 6 years old. I'm gonna pee in this pool because that's what I should do."
Yeah.
It's a giant body of water. Compared to my size, it's huge. I'm gonna pee in this pool. And then your parents lie. They're like, God is watching. There's a dye in the pool. There's all these things. Your palms are getting hairy.
Yeah. You're gonna go blind.
Yeah, I used to wake up every morning. Oh wait, what's the old joke? Shit. Damn it.
Which one?
I'm bombing. The going blind jerk. The going blind jerking joke. You're like, like, my dad came at me once and he said, "You know, son, if you jerk off, you're gonna go blind." And I said, "Dad, I'm over here." That's a bad joke. Sorry.
No, I like it. I like it. We're not gonna edit that one out. We're gonna let that one stand.
No, you should edit that one out.
30 seconds from the future, no, it's going to stay. I don't think I can cut it out in 30 seconds. Oh. But yeah, that's a Seelbach, guys. It's a great drink. We aren't going to make it, but it's the best grift. Straight up, it's the best grift.
It's the best fake drink that's ever existed.
Exactly. It's great. Even though it was made by a rapist. Hey, even rapists can make good things sometimes. They also rape, and that's bad. You know?
I'm gonna save you.
Save me right now because I'm about to just dig in deeper. Like, hey, some people do bad things, but they can also do good things in the world. But they don't cancel each other out.
I think what Jeremy's trying to say is never meet your heroes. Just don't ever meet your heroes. They're all rapists. Everyone you've idolized in your life is bad. Don't meet them. Humans suck.
No,
that's what Jeremy's trying to say.
Thank you. That's exactly what I'm trying to fucking say. So, yeah, everyone's over here yelling NASA.
That was me.
Oh, okay. That's you and Rosalind. Okay.
And Rosalind.
Yeah. Where are we on time? We're doing good on time, man. Cool. I thought we were gonna run long. We're doing good. We can.
What do you guys want to hear about? We can talk about George Washington's distillery.
Yeah.
Or we can talk about We can show more videos. We can MST3K rip off some more videos.
Yeah, we could do that. I got a couple more videos.
Does anyone need to pee?
Yeah, actually, I gotta pee. I'll tell you what. You guys confer with yourselves here.
Yeah.
Well, give me a
shoot
sec.
up some. Shoot up some suggestions of what we should talk about.
Well, let's not cut yet because I gotta load in our in-betweener stuff here. Give me a second. It's only gonna take a second. I swear to God.
Also, if all 11 of you in our little list say don't keep talking, we won't be mad.
Yeah, we'll just gladly fuck off into the night. That's not a big deal for us.
The silver lining of COVID-19 is you can do this Talk At You podcast and 11 people will watch you because there's nothing better to do.
Yes. Okay. Oh yeah, this is kind of weird. This isn't gonna work. So I can't just add videos in here right now. On the fly.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. That's my fault. I should have thought to load this shit earlier. But you know what? Yeah, we're gonna leave you with a video. No, we can watch this one.
Show the long one. The one you said was long.
Yeah, this one. I'm sorry, I don't have the version with the. I watched this on YouTube with. I watch everything with subtitles, not because I'm hard of hearing, but because I retain things better personally if I'm watching subtitles. And this video is even more fucked up with the subtitles. So we're gonna take a pee real quick. You guys decide what you want to hear us talk about, and we'll get to that. Okay?
And if you all leave, we won't hate you.
If you leave, we'll just shut down the party.
Me and Jeremy will just keep talking to each other, so it's fun.
Yeah, we'll just turn this
off. We don't need you.
Yeah, we'll sit here and
I don't need your approval. I don't need your approval, Dad.
Fuck you, Mom. You're not even the same time zone.
Yeah, screw you. I don't need you.
I didn't mean that, Mom.
All right.
All right. Yeah, so here we go.
Mom.
I don't even know the title of this. It's just the subtitle said Agatha made apple. Okay, so good luck with this shit, guys. Good fucking luck.
Also, everyone go pee and get a drink, and we'll be back. Come back.
Welcome back.
Don't leave.
Time now 6:13. Over the past couple of years, a haunting in South Texas has been inside some of the most haunted places.
And this year's no different. Erica Hernandez, Adrian Garcia start this season inside a private home here in San Antonio.
Not only is the home believed to have been built on old Native American land, but the owner has a creepy collection of haunted items, including haunted dolls.
And just to be clear, we're not telling you where the home is because it's not open to the public. Take a look.
Inside the home of one San Antonio woman who goes by Roxy, you will find an entire room filled with objects from around the world, including dolls she says have spirits attached to them.
When it comes to the paranormal, most people are afraid and don't understand the paranormal.
For years, Roxy has been collecting the items in her home, creating her own type of museum.
Things that have been important to me and I feel are important to everybody who's in the paranormal industry.
Her favorite items are two dolls from an asylum in the United Kingdom.
It was a calling to me to bring them here, and they actually work as protectors more than anything else.
She says they communicate. In one recording, it appears one doll calls out to her friend Diana. The night we visited inside, we didn't get much, but one member of San Antonio Paranormal Investigators did capture this image of what appears to be a face in the window.
We've investigated inside the house, but it's not just the inside that has activity, it's also the outside, especially the property this house is on.
No one can predict the future. What we can do is to be prepared for whatever might happen.
Pretty good.
Czułam się taka wyczerpana. Nic nie dawało mi już radości.
I just no, seriously, I'm gonna send this to you later, Mike, with the subtitles. It's so fucked up because they translate every weird shit they say. It's fucking insane.
It's good. Is that a cat?
It's something about apples turning into mushrooms.
Yeah, you know, that's what they want to do. Jeremy, how much of this do you have left?
Oh, I got plenty.
I think I drank too much. Not too much in general, too much Jaeger.
Oh, I think I'll catch up.
Yeah, peer pressure.
Oh yeah, fuck it. Oh.
Also,
well, I got something to say about Jägermeister when we're done here. We're done with this. I'm gonna see how far this nightmare fuel goes. I haven't watched all 6 minutes of this. Yeah, guys, there's 6 minutes. And you guys are still hanging. No one's left yet. Oh, that's it.
yeah, but Laura said you can't die in your sleep if you never sleep again. And then Casey said the effects of apple mushroom are unknown, which are both very true points.
Oh, this has not been clinically tested yet. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Fauci's on board though.
Oh yeah, I'm on board. Yeah, let's do this. Let's do it.
There should be punk bands right now called Fauci's Army or
Zyklon B Fauci. I don't know.
Acton's Army. There, come on, that's an Ohio reference. But there should be punk bands. Fucking come on.
Yeah. No, everyone's too busy playing fucking
everyone's
Animal
on
Crossing.
Fortnite.
Yeah, everyone's Fortniting or Animal Crossing, crossing the animals, something like that. Mike and everyone in the audience, cheers.
Oh.
Did you drink
Cheers,
it all?
cheers. No.
All right.
A little bit.
Okay, cheers.
Casey, you got nowhere to go. Just stay here.
Yeah. Where you gotta go? Yeah.
What, are you going to sleep past noon tomorrow? It's fine. That's what we're all doing.
Yeah, we're out of scary videos. That's the rub. So we either just freeform this, or we do this like fucking Ornette Coleman, or yeah, we either go Ornette Coleman with this, or Mike talks about George Washington. So
I feel like I will gladly talk about George Washington, but it seems that Casey, that wasn't a dig. It's not sad but true, Casey.
Is that a Metallica reference? I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could show. Dude, I watched the One video today for the first time in a long time.
Oh shit! Yeah.
I'm a huge Metallica fan, but that's spliced in with the movie Johnny Get Your Gun.
Yeah.
It's very depressing, but it's pretty cool if you're into music, or into guitars, I should say, to see Hetfield rip a ESP Explorer.
Oh yeah.
And I think Hammett rips an ESP Stratocaster because they were sponsored by ESP at the time, which makes sense. But
yeah, no, I think you're right on that. Yeah, it was black and white, and it's a great video because like the whole song is just like one big payoff at the end. You know, they start whipping their heads around and shit like that, just like ripping ass. But it's such like a dark song. You know?
Oh, it's fucked.
Yeah.
Anyway,
yeah, you want to do George? Let's do it. Let's just do it. So,
let's do it. We'll get it out of the way.
Well, I'll tell you what. Because where are we on time here? Let me check the time. We're
an hour and a half in.
We're an hour and a half in. I'll tell you what. Let's do the abridged version. You know, let's just hit all the beats. And what we're gonna do. We'll do this. We'll actually do a deep dive on this because this guy's fucking fascinating, and I don't know that much about George Washington, but everything you've told me is fucking amazing, and I feel like we need to do like a straight up deep dive on this on the actual podcast, not us goofing around on the internet TV, the magic TV, you know?
Yeah, it definitely deserves a deep dive, but long story short, George Washington had a distillery at Mount Vernon. Do you have the pictures of that?
Yes, I do. I saved all that shit. Yeah.
So my mom is a huge, aside from all the bad parts about George Washington, like slavery, etc., which I don't want to overcoat.
Yeah, of course.
It's important to point out. This country was founded on slavery, and it's still to this day resonating. But George Washington had, at the time, America's biggest distillery. So after the Revolutionary War, he became president, begrudgingly, from what I've heard. And he was a huge fan of Madeira, rum punch, port wine, cherry bounce, which we serve at Longfellow, but cherry bounce is cherries soaked in brandy for a handful of months with some sugar. And he, in his later years, right before he died in 1799. In 1797, he decided to build a distillery right by Mount Vernon, and he had a mill where he milled his grain that he grew there. Because he was very land rich. Like George Washington wasn't a rich guy, but he was very land rich. And this is the short version. But he opened a distillery under the pressure from his land manager, a Scottish-born guy named James Anderson. And he had 6 slaves run his distillery, and their names were Hanson, Peter, Nat, Daniel, James, and Timothy, which obviously all were given names. So there's a dark side of this. It was all slave run, but it was the biggest distillery in the States at the time. And Washington is loosely famous for starting the whiskey tax, which led to the Whiskey Rebellion, which I'm sure you've all heard of. But anyway, long story short, Jeremy just put up this thing. My mom is obsessed with George Washington. I grew up.
I'll put it back up. Yeah. There we go.
I grew up a few miles. Born in Alexandria, Virginia. I grew up a few miles from Mount Vernon. Maybe I jumped into this too fast, but
that's okay.
It's hard to read, but when the archaeologists basically rediscovered where the distillery was, they found examples of 5 copper stills that were all producing mostly whiskey at the time, rye whiskey. And at the time they didn't age it. It wasn't like popular to age it. And so I had this little bottle of whiskey that Jeremy's showing you pictures of. Those are pictures I took. And that was 2005. And I think in 2007, the distillery started making booze again. But, yeah, George Washington, right before he died, sold the most alcohol in America. He sold, 11,000 gallons.
Oh, Jesus.
Which at the time made $7,500. In today's money, it's $120,000. Which, like you see, most of the people at the time were running, yeah.
Well, at that point, no one was fucking like mega billionaires too, correct? Yeah, so that was still a lot of fucking cash. I mean, that's a lot of cash today, obviously, but even for those times, that no one was making the equivalent of now of what would be $1 billion. Am I correct?
To my knowledge, I mean, yeah, people were rich. I mean, you own, like I said, I think George Washington was always known for being land rich, and he had slaves, and he wasn't I have a ton of money in the bank. It was more I own all this land.
Yeah.
Which now no one owns land; they own real estate, right?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. But
well, yeah, it's basically you're taking land and just cutting up little pieces of it, and now it's
right.
Yeah, so now it's just plots.
Right. What is your land worth now?
Yeah.
But this, like Jeremy said, this is worth a deep dive, because I don't think many people think of George Washington as a distiller. They think of him as a lot of things.
Yeah. And for the people that didn't check out the last episode, let's kind of rehash a little bit of that too, with the Applejack and shit like that.
Yeah. So Jeremy in the last episode talked a lot about Applejack.
It was both of us, but yeah.
Which was huge in the colonies prior to America, and basically you ferment apple cider, and then you could jack it, where you let it freeze and everything.
Yeah. No, I'm sorry. If you can't, no, please continue with it. I'm sorry. It's just when I don't have to explain it, it's fucking hilarious to me. When I don't have to tell it to anyone over a bar, when people say, yeah, you can jack it. My inner 8th grader just loses its fucking mind.
Yeah, if you essentially you can ferment apple cider outside. You just put apple cider in a bucket and put it outside in the winter.
Yeah.
And everything that freezes is you skim off, and what's left is what was fermented, because alcohol freezes at a higher temperature than water. So you would left with higher proof liquor.
Yeah. Basically, the way they say it is you scrape away the solid material, which is ice or fruit or whatever, and that's what's left.
And so that's a cheap and easier way of distilling or jacking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also the bad part of that too is it's not filtered. And that's why it's dangerous, because jacking, they don't jack anymore.
It's not cool to jack anymore.
Yeah, it's not tight to jack anymore. Yeah, you don't jack.
You don't jack.
You don't jack for. Yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I can't fucking do it, dude. I can't.
I think this is boring to people, but I think the coolest thing I learned from researching this George Washington thing, which we will definitely do in a deep dive later when it's just audio and not video, because the video is the fun part. But
we can edit it and script it and make it fun. Whereas here we're just like, oh yeah, this is what we know about this, you know. Like this is for, like, we're jazzing this shit, guys, you know.
But the coolest thing I found out as like a bartender was that they, you know, barrel aging in the late 1700s wasn't popular. It was all like white whiskey, so it was all white, either white rye or white corn whiskey, or, you know, white lightning, or what's the other word? The
white
for
dog?
white whiskey.
White dog.
White dog. Yeah. It's all white dog. But George Washington he didn't bottle anything. He would sell it in 31-gallon barrels, but some of those barrels would be flavored with either cinnamon or persimmons, which I've never heard of any. I've never heard of any modern distiller. Like, someone give me some cinnamon white dog, I bet it'd be great.
Yeah.
Or some persimmon white dog, I bet it'd be great too.
No, persimmon specifically sounds fucking just insane. I mean, that's like, I'm assuming it's like some old Cracker Barrel, like, candy shit, right?
Yeah, it'd just be good. Like, probably not sweet, right? Because they just dumped it in the whiskey, but still flavored. And
yeah, and like at home, you just add a little sugar to it or whatever, you know, maybe or maybe not, because sugar, I think, was very expensive at that point, right?
I'm sure, yeah. It definitely wasn't. It definitely was imported.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right. I think we just bummed everyone out with our history lesson.
Oh no, I think we're fine. I think we did well, but I think we probably hit the wall though.
Yeah. Do we have anything funny to end with, or no?
Oh, I got that one thing that you had me download earlier.
That's the actual ending. All right.
But no, we should talk more before we do that though, because that's just like a and we're out. I will say this.
I just got self-conscious and wanted to end it because I saw people dipping out of our thing. So
no, we're fine. Actually,
that's just my insecurity.
Hey, no, we just gained somebody right there. So no, we just went up a tick. So we're doing good on this. Yeah, man. No, seriously, this is episode 3, and this is us doing it live, and this is not really our actual podcast. This is us just kind of like throwing something out.
This is us ruining our podcast before it even starts.
Yeah, exactly. But no, when we do our podcast, it's going to actually be scripted. Well, it's not going to be scripted. It's going to be thought out and edited thoroughly. This is us just like free-forming, like talking. This is basically what you would experience if you were going to write a podcast with us, minus the homework that you would hate doing. So
what does he say in Gladiator? He's like, Are you not entertained?
Yeah. Are you not entertained? Yeah.
Are you not entertained? That's us. We're entertaining you.
Yeah. We talked about that last week too. The sequel to Gladiator that never happened. So that episode is up for you guys to watch if you get bored. That's the thing. But yeah, we're gonna do this, and then I don't know, maybe we do this once a month after we do the podcast. Like, we start the podcast, just and we just make it more video oriented. We just watch dumb videos or something. I don't know. You tell me, Mike. We'll figure it out.
Well, our original iteration of this show is me and you sitting in a bar once, and they were showing VH1 classics.
Oh yeah, we talked our way through it. Yeah. And
we were like, we should do live Beavis and Butthead.
And we
We're
will
talk about videos because we would do great at that. This we're not good at.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
history. We'll get good at it. We'll study, but
Yeah. Like this is me making up for every day of school I skipped that I don't think my mom's here anymore, so I can tell her I skipped a lot of fucking school.
Yeah, Rozzy Red said she just said I dig the video part.
Yeah, well, yeah, we're gonna do a lot of that, and maybe once a month, maybe we do this. Like, I'll figure out where you can hear the videos, and we just actually at that point we can be in the same fucking room together. So
yeah,
that doesn't
I will
matter.
say it's hard. It's hard for me and Jeremy to not be in the same room.
Yeah.
The COVID barriers.
Yeah, like we're literally like we're not on opposite sides of the city, but we're far enough, so we can't feel each other's essence or something like that.
Yeah, I can't smell Jeremy right now.
Yeah, you're about 3 blocks too far.
That's hurting us.
I hate bathing,
but,
guys. No.
How about this? Let's try this. Are you down, Jeremy? Let's riff. We have 10 people watching.
Yeah.
Someone type in a music video. Or can you not pull it up that fast, Jeremy?
I can't pull it up. Like, apparently, like, it's a whole fucking thing to pull up a video. Well, number one, I'd have to download it and it becomes a whole thing. Well, you know what? Shit. There might be a way to...
I put us in a weird spot. We're just going to riff.
Yeah, we're just going to riff it, man. Here. You know what? Let me figure it out.
Gerhard said Zighane. Also to 10 people watching right now, I want you to know, we're trying to make you happy.
Yeah, we're just fucking around here.
But Jeremy, if you can't do it, don't do it. I don't want to. Jeremy's the technical brains behind this whole thing.
Yeah, it seems like I'm kicking outside my coverage right now, so I'm gonna say no. I don't. I want to, but just having bad experiences with trying to pull up that other video that we were talking about.
I hear you.
It's.
I hear you.
Like bad juju. So, because like if I push too hard, then everything goes down, and this shit. Like, we didn't pay for anything here as far as, like, the technical stuff goes. All the shit that we're doing right now, we did this for free. So.
How about... No, I hear you. All right. Damn it.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. So, long story short, we probably have a couple more weeks of doing this at least. And then maybe a couple months. Who knows?
Not if no one watches.
Yeah. Hey, people are still watching. We're fine.
But I will say, Laura, we could just talk about the "Call Me Al" video.
Oh, that one? Yeah. My dad loved that video. Chevy Chase and Paul Simon. It was kind of like the soft sell of twins.
Wait,
am I wrong?
Wait, like Paul Simon is. See, we don't even need the video.
Yeah. Paul Simon is Danny DeVito.
And Chevy Chase is Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yes. Well, it is the soft sell, like maybe one extra chromosome version of that. I don't know. Maybe that was.
And there is no way that Chevy Chase knows how to play bass. I'm just saying.
Oh fuck no.
There's no way. He knows a lot of things.
Also, I don't. Maybe I'm getting too far in this. Maybe this is a little too much. You guys in the chat tell me to stop if I'm wrong, but. Also, let's think about the time frame of this. This is when This is when like a lot of that feed the people from Africa stuff was going on, right? And Paul Simon shows up with a 12-person African band, and he's playing Afrobeat music.
Yeah.
So did he just buy an entire, like, whatever? It doesn't matter. Did he buy an entire band? I feel like I'm treading very fucking shitty ground, and I mean well, so I'm just gonna shut up. So
You're not. You're diving into a thing that is very discussed. So
okay,
the album Graceland, right?
Yeah.
There was, I forget the name of the venue, but it was in South Africa at the time, and Nelson Mandela was in jail still, and people were boycotting South Africa. And there's this whole story where Queen would still play, and they were boycotted. And I'm not rambling, I promise. But Paul Simon decided to do Graceland, and he used Bantu-speaking musicians to perform that record. The funny thing is that the only of all of the songs on Graceland, they're all perfect. That album is great.
Yeah.
He did it respectfully.
Yeah.
But
he looks like
the hits, but the hit song off of it was "Call Me Al," which in the video stars Chevy Chase, right?
Yeah.
A notoriously dickhead performer, but also, I argue, I put it in my discussion of best side 2 track 1 song of any album, which we can segue into. We'll take all the South Africa stuff out of it.
Yeah.
Because we're not smart enough to have that. But side 2 track 1's best songs, Call Me Al.
Call Me Al? Okay.
Does that make sense? So think of albums that are side 2 track 1 songs that are great.
Yeah.
Or the hit.
Yeah.
I think more importantly, it was the hit off that record because it wasn't dealing with as touchy of subjects at the time.
Yeah. Oh, no, well, I can agree with you on that. And right now, just off the top of my head, of course, because we're riffing, I don't have anything that holds water on that scale. Because definitely fucking, Graceland is different than what I'm thinking. Like, the ones I can think of is the second side to Green Mine by Dinosaur Jr. Or Bug by the same band. How'd you pin on that one on me, or Let It Ride? Both great fucking songs. They rip really fucking hard. They're actually pretty similar too. So it might have been a little formulaic at that time because it's one record right after the other. But it's that's the first one that comes off the top of my head. I can't think of anything else.
There's got to be side 2 track 1s that are amazing. Come on.
Yeah. Do you guys in the chat? Do you guys have a side 2 track 1?
Come on.
Or are you guys just CD babies? You guys have any cassettes? Cassettes are a thing.
So
I know Gerhard had some cassettes.
I'll translate it to CDs. It'll be like track 6. What's the best track 6?
Well, no, it'd be more like 7, maybe 8.
All right.
Maybe
track
8.
7, 8. What's the best track 7, 8?
Between 6 and 8. Between 6 and 8, yeah.
Also, I don't know how we got here, but we can stop.
Oh, whatever. That's fine. Hey, we're almost hitting where we said we weren't going to go. So, we said, we said we're not going to go 2 hours tonight, but here we are going 2 hours.
2 hours is past.
There's also still 10 of you here, so hey, this is a lot better than last time. We looked up there.
Rosalind Red brought up "Digging for Fire" off the Pixies Bossa Nova record.
Oh, okay.
Which I think is perfect.
That one's good. You know what? Fuck, I got another one. "Digging the Grave" by Faith No More from King for a Day. That's a good one too. I'm hitting 2 fucking late ones.
Yeah.
Yes, Casey, you are correct. We've come a lot far since the Wendy's training videos.
Yeah, and we're sorry. We'll apologize for it until we die.
No. This is actually kind of our stick. I'm gonna lean into it, Mike, because this is how every conversation we have starts and ends. We start one way, and we end up an entire other path. So,
it's true.
So this is our charm. Love it or leave it. I can't apologize for that because that's something I know we're not gonna make better.
All right, Roslyn Red came up with a perfect one. Casey Williams, you know music better than anyone I know. Give me a side 2, track 1, and you know records better than anyone else.
Yeah.
Give me a side 2, track 1. That is the hit, the song. Come on, Casey, challenge.
Yeah, come on. The gauntlet is thrown.
She knows this shit. She's an all vinyl DJ.
All vinyl all the time.
Specializing in what would you say? Disco? I'd say disco, Casey. What would you say? They exist. They're out there. I'm not prepared. I would have a list normally, but I'm not prepared. So would Jeremy.
Yeah. Like usually, if I have my homework in front of me, I got you. But no.
That's what I'm saying.
We've been talking for almost 2 hours right now. I'm definitely not at that point. So.
No, we're riffing.
And I've been digging into like fucking just odds and sods lately, not whole records. So. You know what? I'm not going to throw out like a real classic, but you know, the Savages, that first record?
Yeah.
Side 2 on that one. Fuck, let me look it up. That's a ripper. I think it's called Cities Full.
Okay. I like all their songs. Here's a loose one that just popped into my head, and it could be made up.
No, She Will. She Will. That one fucking rips. That's a good song.
Should I fact check this first?
How about you just call it and then we'll fact check it and we'll see how much we need to dust up on our skills.
All right. I think Heartbreaker by Led Zeppelin is a side B.
Ooh,
I think it's a side B, track 1.
Okay.
Which
I
love Led Zeppelin. I don't expect you all to, but I think Heartbreaker, the famous song, is too. Yeah.
Oh,
fact check me.
All right. Well, here I'll check.
I don't know. You fact check me.
All right.
I can't fact check myself. That's some Donald Trump shit.
Checking it right now. Yeah, it's the 5th track out of 9. So yeah, that's gonna be a number 1 right there because the song before it is "Thank You," and I know that's a very slow, mellow song.
Slow jam on side 1. Yeah. Nice.
Also, typically, fun fact for you non-tech heads when it comes to vinyl and shit like that. A lot of times in the 60s, 70s, when things became more album oriented, they always put the mellow songs towards the end of side 1 because you run out of room for bass frequency the closer you get to the center of the record. So
I didn't know that. That's tight.
Yeah, that's the thing. So that's why things like "Thank You," "Stairway to Heaven," all that shit, they're always closer to like the end of the record. And then like you had things like, you know, you had the fucking jammers at the end. By then they figured you were too high to even give a fuck. So, because you listened to an entire record.
See, I just like the notion that when you only had a record as your music format, that there was a logic to like song placement of, when this person flips the record, we have to put a ripper, or like at least not a ripper, but like a banger.
Yeah, you have to put something that gets people fucking stoked.
you have to engage people on the second side. And a lot of times, coincidentally, that song would be the most popular song or a popular song.
Oh, yeah. They always put the heaters up front because, especially if they were like more lively too. Again, because of the bass frequency, but also like we're dealing with album-oriented rock, and it's very different than what we do nowadays. Everything is more a la carte nowadays. It's like you make playlists online and shit like that. Like literally, I was fact checking Mike through Spotify, and I'm just kind of guessing, just by looking at the listing of the songs. Like, oh, Thank You is this song, and then the next one is Heartbreaker. Of course, that's the next song. There's only 9 songs. It's number 5. So you got to use your context clues nowadays to judge that shit. But when you look at an actual record, yeah, there's a whole fucking science behind that. You have to like, the further you get down, like, because you could be making dinner, you could be doing a lot of other things, you know, and it's a whole fucking. There's a lot of different scenarios, and you have to prepare. You have to kind of like have to make the most balanced, you know.
But look. Casey Williams just came up with some gold. Super Freak is the first song on side 2 of Rick James' self-titled.
Okay, that's a fucking good one. That's a real fucking
gold.
Good one.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I want more of that. That is exactly what we're talking about.
Yeah, I am with that. That is fucking good right there. Yeah.
And John and JG says it's like creating a live set as well. Like
exactly.
You can't peter off in the middle. You got to have like a ripper somewhere hidden in the middle of your set.
It's like basically the whole idea is there's like you start off pretty high, you know, and then you kind of work your way down, and you kind of like peak into like a valley or whatever, you know, and then finally you ramp back up and you rip it, and then you're out, you know. And then encores are a whole other thing that we should talk about later. But the main set, it always ends on a high note.
You got to.
Yeah.
Anyway,
encores are a little different, but yeah, I kind of feel like we're there though.
I think we're there.
No, we're there. No, seriously, we are 10 seconds away from hitting 2 hours, and I think that's a pretty good time. So,
John Gerhardt said, "Leave the people hungry." I think we will. All right.
Yeah, and that's what we're gonna fucking do right now. But
all right, Jeremy's gonna play. Jeremy in the because of Casey, I will give a shout out to Casey. Because of Casey, we're gonna play our closing video right now.
Yeah. Well. Before I do that, I'm going to say, hey, so some of you guys are hanging out that pay attention to this shit all the time. If things work out, I think before I do, because some of you guys that don't know me, I do a pirate radio show on Saturdays right now while we're all locked down. Before that, this week, I'm going to hook up with Justin Schaefer, and I'm going to do a rock and roll bingo.
Nice.
So, and I'll tell you more about that, Mike, and maybe we'll have you call in or something. Well, I got to see what his setup's like, because he's going to run it, and then after that, we're going to transition into what I do, you know? So, yeah, whatever, we're going to do that. That'll be Saturday. I do the Colonel Moonlight radio show at 11.
Which is great. Check it out. It's great. Every Saturday.
Yeah, I'll do it at 11 p.m. It's on this channel, so you can subscribe to this or whatever if you want to do that. You can type in requests. I'll play them, whatever. But Mike and I, again, we are going to be doing a deeper dive version of this as a audio podcast. And then maybe we'll do some videos and maybe some live versions of this shit too later on. But yeah. Here we are. You got anything else to say, Mike?
Just this goes out. That our last bit goes out to Casey because she reminded me of this today, and I reminded you of this, and everyone knows this.
Everyone knows this. I fucking love this. Here we go. So thank you guys so much. Thank you guys for hanging out in the chat. Thanks to everybody that's watching later on after all this. Love you long.
Stay safe. Wash your hands.
Yeah, stay safe. Wash your hands. Live fast. Die whenever. Leave a cool looking skull behind.
Yeah, there you go. Leave a cool corpse.
Yeah, or wait, or as Mike says, don't suck, don't die.
Don't suck, don't die.
Yeah. All right, see you guys.
Bye.
Sit, Ubu, sit. Good dog.